double bicep up for the pump. What do we leave off with?
So I'll be talking about the show.
Competing was.
Yeah. So I was thinking about maybe competing this upcoming November for the Mr. West Virginia.
Okay.
Still kind of like weighing my options, because if I do that, you know, it being the end of May, I'd almost have to. I don't know. I feel like I'm too far out to go through like an actual off season, and then try to like cut. It's
I hear you.
It's kind of a bad timing. So
maybe if you did, like, you know, we were talking before, maybe just stay lean, or, you know what I mean, at least try to stay as just a really nice lean bulk.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, at least maybe try to bulk a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I, you know, even like myself, I mean, I, you know, stay pretty lean in the off season, and I still able to gain strength and that. I mean, I feel like as long as you're able to gain strength, you know, you can still stay lean as long as you're able to gain strength, and you can still get a little off season and then, you know, cut. But I mean, that's something you could try out. But,
yeah, that's true. I'm still kind of thinking about it, because I think towards the end of July, I'm supposed to go on vacation with my family.
Okay.
So we may be gone for maybe a couple weeks or something. So it's like
that's
probably going to be a couple weeks of not on my diet and not training.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you know, like it's still far enough out that it may not be that big of a deal, but it's like...
Yeah. But I mean, the nice thing is that, like we were talking about, like once you compete, like, I mean, you'll probably be hooked from them, because, I mean, it's not like, you know, I know from being on stage, you know, the times I've been on, it's such like... I mean, there's honestly, it's probably one of the top experiences I had in my life to be up on stage like that, because, you know, you work so hard for, you know, what, if you diet for if you know, diet for like 3-4 months, and you put all that work, you know, for like basically, I saw a post, another bodybuilder today on Facebook, and he was talking about, you know, we worked so hard for like only 7 minutes on stage, but that 7 minutes on stage is so worth it. And like, I feel like if you would experience that, like from there, you would be wanting to hit them all the time. Because I know for me, that's what got me hooked for my first show. Because for my first show that I turned pro at, before I was even wanting to do it, I was almost questioning, you know, whether this was all worth it, all this crap that we go through. I mean, you know, dieting all the time and training and making all these sacrifices. But, you know, when I got off that stage that first time, I literally had goosebumps, and it's such an amazing experience. So, you know, I'm pushing for you, brother, to get that first one, you know, under your belt. I think that'd be I think you'd love it.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I know once I get that first one under my belt, it'll...
Oh, yeah. And I think you got the size, too. So, I mean, like, if you could just get that diet in there and, you know, just get that posing down and stuff like that, I think you'll have no problem, you know, doing some damage in any show you go into. So, you know, I think you'll be set.
Yeah, I know that's such an important part of it, is getting your... Like, the posing's very important, and just being well-conditioned.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and coming in, like, as lean and dry and everything as you can. So,
for sure.
So it's like what you lack in size, you know, you can try to make up for.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Just overall definition and symmetry.
Yeah, if you have the overall package, I mean, because that's really what it's all about. I mean, in bodybuilding, if you got the posing, you know, everything, you could have a guy that comes in that's real big, you know, and we've seen it watching bodybuilding, and then you come in, you got the guy that comes in leaner and you know, shows them up. So yeah, if you could bring the whole package, you'll be set.
That's the owner of the gym I train at. His name's John. I feel like he's a good example, because he was never an overly big guy. Like, he wasn't like a freaky, huge bodybuilder, but he won almost every show he ever competed in, just because of. He came in so well conditioned. He was so like, just the pictures I saw of him, like just striations and veins and definition and detail, like in muscles that you just can't even imagine.
Yeah,
it's like he came in looking like you couldn't have really drew a better physique. Like, it was just like perfection. At least, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Eyes,
yeah,
so.
And that's what sets you apart, because, I mean, not to make it sound like one's easier to get than the other, but it's almost shows a little bit more about your preparation when you come in, you know, the person that comes in more lean versus the person that comes in just huge. I mean, it almost takes a little bit more discipline, a lot of hard work to really dial it in. And it's, I mean, if you could get that, I mean, you'll be, like I keep saying, I mean, you'll be down. But yeah, it's just making it through that, getting that last couple months of dieting. Because I think you mentioned you haven't really gone down that lean before, right? So
no,
it'll be an experience. But
Yeah, I've never gone to such a low, body fat before, because I've never really had the need or desire to. I've always been more to just like, I just kind of want to look big with a shirt on.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But then it's like, I never wanted to get, like, I wanted to lean down like for the beach and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like, I don't care if I'm super shredded. Like, I don't want to sacrifice, size and strength for that.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, it's tough. So. I mean, and that's what sucks about almost doing a show sometimes is, you almost have to lose a little bit of muscle. Like, I'd probably lose about a couple, 2 or 3 pounds, like when I dive for a show. But, it's just what you got to do to come in, and it's what you got to do to win. And
but you look like $1 million.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And I mean, the biggest thing that I hate is that I hate losing strength. Like, that's the worst. When you gotta lose strength, when I see that strength going down, it sucks. But at the same time, when you look in the mirror, you keep getting more and more shredded. So it's kind of like that leanness replaces that strength, and then you always can come back to it. After your show.
Right.
And, from experience I had, every time I came off of a show, I just blew up because your body's like a sponge after that. And, I think that would be even great for you if you could, definitely jump into a show, as soon as you can, so that you can get that rebound and you can really, take your growth to a whole nother level. So,
yeah.
I mean, I'm all for you competing, dude.
But I mean, if I don't end up competing, in November, I may just try to lean down a little bit this summer and, maybe do some like photo shoots or something, do some like modeling.
Definitely.
And then this, coming fall, do like a legit, bulking season, and then come like early or like late winter, I guess.
Yeah. Double play, they did good.
I didn't see it.
It was actually pretty good.
But then come like late winter or something like that, start actually cutting, and then maybe compete in the spring, or whatever, and then maybe do like collegiate nationals in July, and then maybe do the Mr. West Virginia next year.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think doing 3 shows like that is?
I think you should always, in that situation, I think you should. I mean, I think it's definitely good to do that, especially if you never competed before, because I know a lot of people like to do that. They at least like to test the waters with a couple shows. And sometimes, if you've never competed before, sometimes it kind of takes a little bit of getting used to just being up on stage a little bit. So, and sometimes that first show, you're not that confident, and that kind of shows. But if you do a couple shows that aren't necessarily your main, like ones that you're peaking for, you can just get your feet wet with those, get that confidence, and you might not be looking to do really well in those first 2 shows, but that third show, that could be the one that you really, peak. And then the first 2, just kind of use those to test the waters, gain your confidence, and you're not really worry so much about how you do placing wise. Just to build your confidence and really roll into that third one ready to go, and just set your diet so that you actually peak 100% on your third show. So that's what I would do if I were you.
Even if the 3 shows are spaced out over the course of like 7 months.
Well, if it's spread out that much, I mean, you could probably peak. Actually try to peak a little bit more for those first 2, depending on what, I don't know how far apart they are, but in that case, yeah, you probably could.
Like if I did 1 in May, 1 in July, and 1 in November.
May, 1 in July. I would, you could probably come back off your diet. After the 1 in July, you could probably come back off for like a month. I mean, still stay on your diet, like really close.
Yeah.
And then go back on. But I wouldn't like jump right off.
right, so for tomorrow, leg day, give me a brief, just kind of run through of what we're going to do as far as, just exercises and rep range, whatever.
Yeah,
just kind of a quick...
Yeah. So since lately, what I've been doing since my low back's been hurting me a lot, I've been actually completely not doing squats. So, and you can still get a really good leg workout. So I'll actually start with leg extensions for really high reps, 20 to 30 reps, and really go for a really big pump. And then I'll move on to walking barbell lunges, and then normally from there I'll do leg press, probably superset with something like goblet squats or something also like sissy squats. I don't know if you know what that is. That and then we'll do old school hack squats, which is something that I really like to do that I don't know too many other people that actually do that. So we'll do hack squats, and then there's something that I always finish with, and that's I'll do a burnout on a leg extension where we'll do a triple drop set, and we'll just do a lot of half reps we'll just completely burn the quads out, and then finish with some hamstrings, just some basic stuff like seated leg curl and lying leg curl and stuff like that. But quads is what we'll go kind of higher volume, and that's really how I feel like I got my legs bigger. It was not so much from really heavy weight, but from doing a lot of this higher reps and really higher volume type stuff. So that's what we'll kind of be looking at tomorrow.
Very nice. What about calves?
Yeah, we can throw some calves in there. I normally do with my training program, since I do the fat training program for power hypertrophy. You familiar with that at all?
Not really.
So that combines powerlifting with bodybuilding. So I have 2 powerlifting workouts at the beginning of the week, and then 3 regular bodybuilding workouts that we would typically do. And when I do legs with the powerlifting workouts, that's when I normally do calves. But we could definitely throw some calves in for this, because this is gonna be more the hypertrophy bodybuilding. But we could definitely throw some calves in. But that I normally do for calves. Lately, I've been doing a lot of that blood occlusion training where did you ever do that before? It's where you basically take if you your leg wraps, you basically, for example, if you're gonna do calves, you'll actually take your leg wraps and wrap them around your thigh or whatever, and then it kind of get a little bit constriction there, and then do calves and just do high reps, and that's pretty painful.
That's kind of what you were telling me about the band on your arm and doing bicep curls or something.
Dude,
I've never done it, but
it's insane.
brutal.
I need to bring my biceps up, and I started doing it just recently, and I feel they say you could put on an inch or whatever on whatever body part you're doing in a month if you do it, and it's seriously so painful. You'll tighten them up real tight, and you'll get to the point where it just as soon as you tighten them it hurts so bad because it's you're so constricted. And then what you do is you do 30 reps, and then you'll take a 30-second break, and you'll do 4 more sets of 15 with only a 30-second break in between each set, and you'll just by the time you get done, you're literally just ripping them off because it hurts so bad. It's so painful, but
wow.
You literally I don't know what it is, but you instantly grow. It's crazy, but it's insane. I've never done it for legs before, but I can only imagine if you did it, because I know a lot of people will do it
for quads too.
Yeah, you'll do it. You'll do it kind of upper at your right upper leg, and you'll go on leg extension, dude. I couldn't even imagine doing it for legs.
Wow. So now, where did you learn about that?
I've seen it in magazines and stuff, and then I never actually did it myself until the AG I trained with it. Yeah, it's really, I love it.
So that sounds brutal.